look at the game between the Vikings, the six rulers going up against the Packers here, the Meat Packers in this one. And for it's a pick 'em. Looks like a pick 'em here right now. I don't think. Let me check it out here, but feels like a pick 'em. Still a pick 'em in this one with Minnesota and Green Bay. Yeah, I'm showing one book is Minnesota -1, one book's Green Bay -1. So I guess it's a pick 'em, right? With these two teams. So look, we had some early reported steam come in on the under in this game, interestingly enough. I'm not sure what that's all about. I mean, I get it. I get what the public might want to do or what they might perceive here in this one. But I don't know. I know it's a division game as well. So that's going to be put some people on an under here. The Packers have gone under in 3 of their last 4. Minnesota, they've gone under in 6 of their last 7. And sure, Jordan Love here. Now, Cousins was lighting it up last time. So, I get all that. Here's Ferner. He says, Ferner on the Vikings. And Thomas Lewis is going to be on the Vikings. And I don't know if I'm going to be on the Vikings, you guys. I don't know. I was almost wanting to play Minnesota in this one, but man, if I get the Vikings at home and a pick 'em with Cousins on the road, I know what I just saw. All right, these rivals, the Vikings are just 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 trips to Lambeau Field. But we know who they were facing back then. It's been gone over in 5 of the last 6 meetings here, and the totals dropped from as high as 45.5 on the early release down to 42. So I'm on the over with the Vikings and the Packers, you guys. I know the reported steam came in on the under. I get all that. I look at these meetings before. I know what I'm getting here with Jordan Love. But I think it's going to be a better time for the Packers here in this one. I feel like this is a spot for the Packers to get a much needed victory. The Vikings are just 3-4. The Packers are 2-4. This is a short week for the Vikings. Remember, they played on Monday night. As impressive, as they were in that last game. So Minnesota, they just allowed 27 points per game in their losses, and in their last 3 games, this is a very, very important statistic. The Vikings have run for just 200 yards, 190 yards basically total in the 3 games combined. So that you got to be able to run the ball. Packers, they're getting off to these slow starts. It's just awful. If anything, it is a credit to the coaching staff, and I prefer. I don't know if they. I don't know, Thomas. I'm trying to find a way. I'm trying to find a way on the path. I'm giving out the over on the show, and I know it's going to be. I feel like with Love, people might want to go under, especially if it's in the 40s here. But for me, Packers at home, I feel like that's going to be almost kind of the answer to a certain extent right there. And eliminate the slow starts. They've been outscored in their last 4 games 63-6 in the first half. In the second half, they've outscored the same teams 62-24. Why do we have to have that type of situation, if you're the Packers? And that totally sounds like a Vikings game, right? That's totally what happens in Vikings games every time. One team gets out to a massive lead and the other team makes a massive comeback. So if the Vikings, I said it the other day, right? And it came to fruition, didn't it? When I predicted this, who was that game? Was that a Chargers game? Oh yeah, no, we're all taking note of the Vikings last week, but I want them as the dichotomy team, especially given the fact that right all the talk about last season, oh, Minnesota was 11-0 in all the points decided by 8 points or less. Well, you know what? All seven of their games have been decided by 8 points or less this season, and they're 3-4. So things are changing. The Vikings aren't as lucky as they were last year. I give credit to what they did last week, but again, I thought I was on. I thought I was on it a little bit. I thought I was the one that kind of said, "Hey, I see this coming." With the, I feel like I've got a beat on the Packers. I mean, on the Vikings and the Packers for that matter. So I'm looking at this as a game that I'm going to be. I feel like a victory lap game because I feel like this team came in on the under. I feel like everyone's on the under. Where's my ticket count guys out there? Help me out. Not that I refuse to say a ticket count on the air, but everyone makes fun of the ticket counter guys, and I'm actually one of those. There's no doubt in the end the handicap is for me what um, comes down to it. But I love the ticket count, and like I said, I'm all about ticket count. I'm not about the money. I'm really only about the ticket count. I don't really look at the money at all because my dime might not be like your dime, but my ticket is going to probably equal your ticket in your life. This is betting philosophy from Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining me.